always say that the people we are, and I apologize for my longtime listeners because I say this all the time, but this is I believe the pillar of my existence here on this world is we are old enough to know a life before it.
Yes.
Where you didn't have porn and entertainment and social friendships, all that at your fingertips.
Oh yeah.
So we work for it a little bit. We know that life without it, but we're also not morons when it comes to technology like our parents are. We did pick up the internet. We did adapt.
Sure.
Maybe we can't do TikTok and Snapchat, but
right.
we're savvy enough while also remembering a time without it.
Yep.
Because kids now are spoiled and they don't even realize it. And a little bit before us is your dinosaurs. You got eaten by the internet.
Yep.
And then we are here, and we are the ones who we proliferated the internet. We grew it. We're the greatest. We are the most. We are the missing link of technology.
Yes, it is a valuable tool to be able to kind of toggle back and forth and go, remember that, and then look at it now. But I think just like with, I'm going to try to get this right. People who invented the iPad and the iPhone, they played outside as kids.
Yes.
So you got to remember, they didn't have that, and they still invented it. And I think eventually, how old are you? 25, okay.
She's a pup. These are pups. This kid's 22? 21, 22?
Okay. Anyone else hard? But no. So I think with you guys, maybe the generation after you, because you guys are already deep in the pool, but the generation after is going to go the other way and go, fuck technology. We're reading books. We're going out to the woods. We're going to cook on a fire and all that shit. Have conversations and stories and all that, and turn the phones away because everything kind of flippy floppies, and it's going to go the other way, I think.
Well, you know what's interesting though, and maybe this is just me rationalizing it or defending my disgusting phone usage, but I believe the most important thing in life is interaction with other people.
Yeah.
I don't think it's reading a book, great, but I think I'd rather have a conversation with someone. I'd rather interact with someone, meet people, learn new things that way. And the internet is amazing for that. And you got to weed people out. You're going to meet a bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
But the amount of guests I've gotten to have on my show that I've met, the amount of people that I've just, I have internet friends who are important people in my life now. And the stuff you read, the people you interact with, that, I think, has made me into a more well-rounded person, more educated, more cultured, experienced. So I don't think of it as a bad thing that I'm on the phone interacting with these strangers. It's weird.
Yeah.
But I think it's good. Ultimately, I think good.
Yeah, I think it's ultimately good too, but just like everything else, a gun is good because it protects your family, but then you start shooting cans and then you shoot your sister in the eye. So everything's it's like fire. Fire has kept us alive, with cooking food and keeping us warm, but then it also burns your granny's house down when she's smoking grass. So it's all over the place.
My grandma used to bootleg cigarettes off the Indian reservation.
Really?
She used to get Kent cigarettes by the box because they were tax-free or whatever like that. Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
She loved them. She had a kinship with the Native Americans.
How
because
about
of that? Yeah.
The
Killed her,
Choctaw.
put her in her grave. But
did they?
I mean, well, the cigarettes.
Oh, I thought they scalped her. Holy shit, you scared me there.
I should have just gone with that one. Yeah, no, absolutely. Tore her skin off, chopped her in half, bone tomahawk style.
Right.
But yeah, I think the internet, to me, also is like if you could snap your fingers and just be one of these people who's ignorant, not in a negative way. Ignorance is bliss. They are just completely peaceful with their, their home and their wife and their kids and their 9 to 5 and
that'd be great.
And sometimes I think I sound condescending when I say it. I don't mean that you're not ambitious, but you're not, you're just I am what I am. I don't need to really strive to be more than that. And because I think that's where the internet comes into play too.
Yeah.
When you were, a couple generations ago, you have access to the people in your town, and that's really it.
Yep.
You marry the girl who's pretty enough, the guy who's good enough, you have the kids, you have the house that's decent, you work in the few jobs that were available, and that's that. And you're just happy. Now, that's your calling card, by the way, huh? The burp.
Oh, sorry, a little semen in the throat. But no,
you love the burp.
You got
every podcast I've ever heard you burp.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, jeez. I might have
Don't you give me the really.
I don't know about everyone.
You know.
I
you
mean,
burp.
if I have to burp, I burp. I fart, I queef, I queef. But Yeah, I don't know. I think you're right. I think she had a point. And you threw me off.
Yeah, the burp threw me off. I'm sorry. But I was saying, the people who are just content with all that.
Oh, yeah. They say these towns in India where everybody's dirt poor are way happier than us. They're way calmer and more relaxed, stress-free. And we're sitting here, your daughter is like, I got to get a picture of my tits to the hot guy at school, and then they're not big enough, and then I'll get surgery, and maybe I'm a lesbian, and is scissoring real? So there's it's like a diner menu. You know, you go to a diner, and sometimes you're like, there's 38 pages. Should I get the Clams Casino or the Eggs Benedict? And then you go to some diner, it's like, we got toast, pancake, egg, bacon, and you go, give me that.
Yeah.
And that's it's an easier life. You move on, you eat your shit, you can leave.
You go to McSorley's Ale House, they get dark and light.
Exactly.
There's no fucking 30 things on tap with an IPA, this, that.
Exactly.
You want a dark or light, and you're a if you order light,
Right. Options are a killer, and comfort is a killer, and all we do now is invent things to make us comfortable. Hey, you can cook, or you can go Grubhub. Well, they'll bring the McDonald's to your house.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Right.
You're so fat and lazy, you're already eating McDonald's, but you can't even go there?
Right.
Kill yourself.
But I kind of love it.
But we also love it when you're hungover and you're shitting blood. You gotta get that McDonald's in you. You're not gonna go pick it up. Put it in my. But I'm just saying, like, how far are we gonna go? You used to have to go to a bar, pick up a girl, get shot down, maybe make out with her, maybe she grabs your genitals, and that was a process.
That was awesome too, though.
Well, when it worked.
Did you do online dating or
app
dating?
I cleaned up.
I never did it, and I guess I could have even after the divorce, but I just never did. And so sometimes even when I'm joking, doing podcasts, telling jokes, I have to like check myself because a reference to like getting a girl's number at the bar is dead, man. I mean, it just doesn't. It's just not a thing.
Oh, it's considered creepy.
Right.
It was like,
you approached a stranger and like asked her for her number and tried to talk to her, because now it's just like I swiped, we connected, we met, we fucked right away, and now I feel like it's so much easier.
Oh my God!
And again, greatest generation. They don't know the struggle.
They don't know the struggle. I mean, obviously, cavemen. You grab a girl by the hair, you bring her in the cave.
The good old days.
And then it just kept going, and then it was. The classy move is like go up to a girl at a bar, you buy her a drink, you get the number, then like 2 days later you called, and 3 days later you date, and it took 6 years, and then you had to marry her because that was it. But now it's just this. I see friends
4 times a week.
They've all these girls, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. But
I do think the
comfort's a killer.
It used to be.
It doesn't mean anything to them.
Right,
like,
you didn't earn it. You didn't
Betty.
try.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I
you
mean,
fucked Betty? What was it like? And they're like, I don't know, I don't remember it. I'm like, what? You don't remember it? I remember every girl I've ever seen naked.
Ever, yes.
Ever.
When it was like you had to go to a bar and fight for the chance to get laid, it was a process, and you earned it, and you told war stories, and you felt even just getting a girl's number. And I'm like,
what a feeling.
I got my flip phone, I'm closing it, and I'm like,
you just look at it.
She's never gonna call me, she's never gonna respond, but this little battle right here, I won.
That's a win.
Yeah, like she didn't completely shut me down, kick me out, slap me in the face, I won, and it felt good.
And the girls were into it too.
Yes,
like, it was a courting process.
And they want the attention.
Exactly.
Or just a free drink or whatever.
How about this
And it was fun.
You ever have this one where the girl comes up to you at a bar and she goes, I've been waiting for you to hit on me all night. You're like, what? You were?
Right.
You thought I was gay. I had no idea you even noticed me. Oh my God. That was like the gimme. That happened once every 10 years.
Right.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, you already like me?
Yes.
Like,
I don't have to lie to you 100 times. Oh my God, I'm in.
And now instead it's like, I had sex 4 times this week with 4 different people. Because it was in the bag before we ever even saw each other face to face.
Exactly.
Which again, comfort, and it's all good, and I wish you the best.
Sure.
But you're not gonna know, what went into it. To get there.
Completely.
And it was just more. Like, what's the next iteration of it? Where it's like,
we're gonna have inventions.
How much easier can dating and get?
It's pretty
much as easy as it gets.
Yeah.
Now.